Hello friends, welcome back. So in the previous video, we have seen the things related to the accuracy score, the classification report and the confusion matrix. These things are really important to add in your code when you are preparing any of the machine learning model because this will give you a good purview or you can say a good view of your model with respect to its efficiency, with respect to its effectiveness and its performance. So you should add these three things. And now in this video, this is the last video for this particular project that we are creating this machine learning project. This is the last video for this particular machine learning project, which is the sentiment analyzer. And then we will start a new project. So today, as concluding, we are going to conclude this particular project code. So we are going to see that how we can run it. So in the previous videos, we have explained like how you can prepare a model, how you can prepare a pipeline on the different columns, like text column is there, explanation column is there. There was a specific phrase or word column, and then there was a category column, right? And now we want to test our model, or you can say like we want to see our model running in the real application, right? In the real world, right? So here we are going to input some text from the user. So here inside the while loop, inside an infinite while loop, I have placed one line like input, enter your text, where the user will provide the text for which against which the sentiment analysis need to be done. And then we are calling this pipeline dot predict method. You know that predict method can be called on the pipeline or any of the, in the previous example where we have seen like how we can call the predict method on the TF-IDF vectorizer, on the CLF, which is the that monomial NB, right? The Neve-based classifier. We use the Neve-based classifier to find out the uh, actual sentiments against the statement or against the text that you provide as an input, right? So similarly, we are going to see the performance, see the output when we provide our own text. Okay, so here we will provide our own text, and then we will see that how it predicts and what it predicts. Okay, so let us see. Let me start running it, and let us see that how it asks and what it predicts. So it will very soon show you all the things like accuracy score, classification report, and confusion matrix. Everything it will show you. And after that, it will ask you to enter some text against which it will perform the sentiment analysis. So you can see here the precision, recall, F1 score, support, accuracy is 100%, right? It's 1.0. So it is 100% accurate. It has performed 100% accurately. So accuracy was 100%, then comes the precision. So you can see that for the precision as well, it has given you like 100% result. So for the testing purpose, it has taken like 3 and 1, 4 and 16 records because we have almost 50 records added for the testing, for the training. So among those 50 records, it has taken 10, 80% of the records it has taken uh, to do the testing, uh, to create the test set. So test set had 10 records. Okay, so here the precision, recall, F1 score, support, all these things we have discussed in the previous video. If you have not seen that, you can go there and you can see like what is the meaning of these things. Then the accuracy, average and the weighted average and then the confusion matrix, everything we have explained and you can see in the previous video. Now it is asking us to provide the text. So suppose I am just giving it a text like I am really not happy, right? Now, if you see, it shows you some error. It says you that reshape your data either using array dot reshape if your data is a single feature, or array dot reshape if it contains a single sample, right? Why it is happening? Why this kind of error message is coming? Why you can see something like this expected two-dimensional array but got scalar array instead? Why it is saying so? It is saying so because you are using the pipeline, right? And the pipeline which you are using for predicting over the input provided, you can see that that particular pipeline has been trained over four columns. One is text, other one is explanation, the third one is a specific phrase word, and the final one, which is the actual value or actual prediction, right? Actual value You can say these are the three variables. These are three independent variables: text, explanation, specific words, and this is the dependent variable. It is something like y is equal to ax plus by plus cz, something like that. It's just like a linear equation in multiple variables. In fact, three variables, right? Where y is category and ax plus by plus cz, which is like this will be the y value, and here it will be like a1x b1y, or you can say like a1z plus c1 w, something like that. Anything about the linear equation, so you can easily understand what I'm telling to you. So here category is the final output, but the pipeline, you can see clearly, you can see that it has been trained on three different columns, three different independent variables. So always keep in mind that whenever you are using the pipeline in this manner, where your data has been trained on more than one features, then in that case, if you have to predict some output on the on the user data, then in that case as well you need to provide these three columns: text, explanation, and specific phrase or word. When you ask this thing, like you enter your text, in that case you get the text, you are getting this first column, but you are not getting this explanation, you are not getting this specific phrase word. You don't have to find these things as well, you don't have to ask these things as well to the user, right? Because user just have to provide this thing, enter your text, this text against which you have to calculate the sentiment. So what you will do to get the category, you have to prepare your data frame in such a way so that it contains all these three features before you pass it to predict method. So pipeline.predict, it should contain a data frame. That data frame should contain this text, explanation, and the specific word. These three things it should contain, right? So rather than this user input here, you should have a data frame here. You cannot just have the user input, which is just the text, because it is just containing this thing, the text, but it needs a data frame which contains these three things because it has been trained on this kind of data set, on this kind of frame, in this kind of data frame, right? So you have to match the data frame with the input as well. So what you will do, let me just provide the code to you. You will just simply copy paste this code. Okay, so you can see here, enter your text, then create a data frame with user input, pd.dataframe. So you're creating a data frame, right? And then in that data frame, the text is there. So you have passed the text here. You have passed the column text here. But rest of the columns like explanation, like a specific phrase or word, and the category, these three columns also you need to have. These three columns you also need to add, right? Because these are the four columns against which it was trained. So you have to add these three columns apart from text as well to make it in sync with that data frame against which your model was trained. I hope you are understanding the point here. And now you need to pass the user data frame here rather than the text here, right? So you will pass the data frame, this data frame, right? User underscore df, and then you will be able to see the sentiment. Okay. So now let us run again. Okay. So let me run it again. Okay, so here it asks for the text. It was really disappointing. Okay, you can see the predicted sentiment is -1. You can run more statements. So I will provide this piece of code to you in the comment section. I also told you that I will provide this piece of code in the previous video, one of the previous videos as well, but I didn't provide it because I saw this thing I had to explain. So that is why I decided later that I will add this piece of code under the comment section or under the description. You know, so I will upload either I will just add it as in the description, or you can see in the comment section, right? So you can see this code, and you just need to copy and paste this code and run it. Okay. So with this particular project, whatever we were explaining, the sentiment analysis in the different flavors, like one column, two column, and the three or four columns or many more columns. If you want to add more columns, you can add more columns, right? So that's not an issue, you can add more columns, so you can do that. So if you want to copy and paste this code, you are free to do so, because I will add it in the comment or the description section. So with this particular project, comes to an end for the machine learning model. In the next video, we will start a new project. So stay tuned with me. In the next video, we are going to understand all those concepts about the new project, which will be related to somewhat, sentiment analysis only. But yeah, it will not be exactly sentiment analysis. We are going to do the TF IDF things again in that project. But yeah, what will be that project that I'm going to explain in the next video. So stay tuned with me. Have a nice day and bye bye. Thank you.